students for our commitment to teaching. Attending this event today might be the right decision. To start with, may we all rise as we pay tribute to our country, the Philippines, by singing a nationalistic song, after which we shall remain standing and be one in mind, body, and spirit, as we praise and thank our Almighty God for all His graces and blessings. environment, improve teaching learning situations, keep them updated on modern instructional devices, and inspire them to become better teachers in the modern world. With that, may I call Dr. Angelito B. Arce, Master Teacher 2 of the Science Department, to check the attendance and remind us some house rules. Let's give him a round of applause.
Okay, thank you, Sir Patrick. So, here is the attendance for today's inset, day 1 of our inset. But, as I call on the department, and before I will give the number of attendees for today's inset, each department will present their own yell. Okay? So, cash prize awaits for the winner, then 30,000 chicas. For the first place, then followed by 20,000 chicas for the second place, and we have 10,000 chicas for the third place. Okay? So, handa na ba lahat? Yes! Siyempre, kulang pa yung lumigan kanina sa ating Galaw Pilipinas. So, let's watch more and hear the yell of each department. So, sunod-sunod na tayo sa ating order na sabi sa ating card. Like, Pilipino muna, followed by English, Math, Science, AP, PLE, ESP, MAPE. This time, magkakasama ko ang mga senior high school, then Spec and House, then yung mga NTPIBs naman po. So, without much ado, we're roll on the Filipino department. Ang mag-judge ng Michigan ay ating principal. Dito na lang sa upuan kasi dyan ang ating speaker para... Okay, ready? Okay, ready? Okay, position pa. Wala mabigat po. Mabigat ang halaman. Once again, Filipino department.
Filipino way! Nandito na! Filipino way! Filipino! Filipino! Filipino!
Ang galing. So, for the English department.
Hello. Nagiging MC.
So, may pala ng mic.
May advantage ka, MC. Okay. English, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go! E, E, N, 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 G, 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 go! Go, English, go!
Wow! Hindi papatalo. Okay, so for the English department, 21 out of 21. Perfect attendance. Now, papatalo ba naman ng math? Let's go on the mathematics department. 14. Dalawa pang wala. Inaantay pa. Now let's call on ang hindi matatalong TLE Department. Yan na. I-splitan na yan.
Bakit may split? Grabe.
Wow. Baka may lalaban pa dyan. Okay.
Ako na to, documentation. Dahil, sir. Trabaho ko to, sir. Andito na.
Andyan na sila. Okay, galing ng mga tinuruan ni Dong Roby. Okay, 40.
Ikaw pala nagturo nun eh.
Perfect attendance, 10 out of 10. Good pa rin, ako ng perfect na department. Now let's go on the MAPE department. Mukhang may mag-i-split din dyan.
Hindi kami tulog, sadya kami busog. Mape, mape, ang busog-busog.
Yay! Ang gagaling din ng MAPE. Mukhang walang panalo. Magagaling lahat. Yes. So, for MAPE, may 11 out of 15. Baka naka-OB pa yung iba. Okay? So, we have the senior high school. Wow, magagaling. Okay, for senior high school, we have 23 out of 26. Meron papatalo ba ang kukunti pero magagaling? Respect. Okay, sped department natin. Yan. Kasama ng si Sir Gary, wala pa.
SPED, SPED, mabuhay!
Okay, yun. So, first grade, we have 5 out of 6 sa sped outs. So, all in all, ma'am, we have 160 out of 192 attendees for today's inset or a day 1 of inset. Siguro may mga late lang or yung iba nasa official business. Okay? So, yan ang report ng attendance. Ang winner, mamaya, kukumpute pa. Time. Arriving late is disrespectful to the trainer and other participants. Be respectful. Listen attentively. Don't speak with someone else. And respect the resource speaker and other participants. Next, we have be engaged. Participate fully. Contribute and encourage others to do the same. Next, be attentive. Turn off your phone and avoid side conversations. Next, be open to discussion. Express your opinion and concerns, and be open to different approaches and strategies. Another, we have be participative. Answer the pre-test, post-test, and the QAME, aside from the activity worksheet that will be given by the resource speaker. And last, be clean. Keep the training space clean. Okay, those are our house rules. So that will be all. Thank you and good morning again.
Ating Dr. Arce. Ayan. At this moment, to deliver the opening remarks, we are pleased to have our dedicated, efficient, and effective senior high school principal from Mon Magsaysay, Cubao High School, none other than Mr. Ferdinand P. Noble. Let's give him a round of applause, please.
Our amazing public schools district supervisor, Dr. Ana Rosa Arabanal. She's on her way now, going here from division office. Our esteemed principal, Dr. Josephine Maningas. Our hardworking and very energetic department heads and chairpersons. Starting with our Filipino department head, Dr. Florian Ruiz. Our English department head, Mrs. Maria Gina Anama. Our science department head, Mrs. Annabel Mejia. Our ESP chairperson, Dr. Ruby Trinidad. Our AP department chairperson, Mrs. Evelita Abasta. Our TLE chairperson, Mr. Darwin Ballesteros. Our MAPE department chairperson, Ma'am Maria Isiderio. And our Math Department OIC, Ms. Mean Moniz. Our committed members of the In-Service Training Technical Learning Group led by Ma'am Lailani Cruz. Our dedicated faculty members led by Mr. George Jeffrey Cuevas. Our faculty president, honored guest speakers. Good morning and welcome to this 2-day in-service training on empowering educators, inclusive and holistic strategies for high-impact learning. I would like to commend everyone's presence here today. Your presence here is a testament to your unwavering dedication to the growth and success of our students. We know that as teachers, you not only teach the curriculum, but also shape young minds, inspire curiosity, and influence lives, making a role you play absolutely critical in the future of our society. Our theme, empowering educators, inclusive and holistic strategies, refining existing practices, and collaborating together to ensure that every student has the opportunity to thrive no matter their background, needs, or abilities. Yan yung tinatawag natin inclusivity. This morning, we are fortunate to have with us two distinguished guest speakers who will be sharing their expertise on key topics that will significantly impact the way we live and protect our learners. We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Gilbert S. Ariola, Associate Professor at the Philippine Normal University in Manila, for making the time to speak on instructional leadership. His insights will be invaluable as we explore how we can lead our classrooms and schools more effectively, fostering an environment where both teachers and students excel. We are also privileged to have later Dr. Gloria Vivian, a respected Quezon City advocate, who will be discussing the child protection policy. Dr. Pian's expertise will remind us the importance of creating safe and supportive learning environments for all our students, ensuring the rights are upheld and their welfare is prioritized. In addition, we are fortunate to have several other resource speakers lined up for the remaining sessions until tomorrow, all of whom will be providing strategies and tools to further equip us in delivering high-impact learning experiences that are inclusive, engaging, and effective. As we embark on this learning journey for 2 days, let us remind ourselves that professional development is not just about adding knowledge, it is about transforming the knowledge into action. It's about creating a lasting impact in our classroom, schools, and communities. Thank you for your commitment to improving your grasp and your unwavering passion in the service of education. Let us make the most of this opportunity to learn, grow, and empower each other as we continue to shape the future of our students. Together, we can make a difference. Again, good morning and welcome to our 2-day in-service training 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Noble, for those wonderful remarks. Let's give Sir Noble a round of applause, please. And now, to warm our hearts with hopeful words of inspiration, let's listen to our outstanding, dedicated, humble, caring, and ever-gorgeous principal for Dr. Josephine M. Maningas. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you, Sir Patrick, for those wonderful adjectives. Thank you, sir. To our most admired guest speakers today with us, Dr. Gilbert S. Arieta. Sir, good morning po. To our amazing public schools district supervisor, this afternoon po, nangako siya na darating po si Dr. Ana Rosa Ramadan. To our silent workers, assistant principals, principal, department heads, and OICs, to the flexible members of the technical working group, of course, yung ating headed by our insect coordinator, Ma'am Leilani Cruz. Ma'am, the reason why we are gathered today, our 158 dynamic teachers, non-teaching personnel, masayang umaga po sa ating lahat. Ay, parang hindi ko kayo masaya. Masayang umaga po muli sa ating lahat. Today, as we gather under the theme, Empowering Educators, Holistic and Inclusive Strategies to High-Impact Learning, we stand on the brink of a transforming journey. Are we willing to be part of this journey, transformative journey? Yes, of course. Are you willing to share a breakthrough result? Yes, of course. Our team emphasizes our roles as educators. That your role is more than just teaching. You are architect of the future. The builders of dreams and education champion of every learner who walks in your classroom. Naniniwala po ba kayo doon? Of course! The question is, when do we say we are empowered? Empowerment begins with recognizing your immense potential to shape lives. Hindi mo lahat ay privilege to be one. By embracing holistic strategies, meron po tayong mga narihanda para po dito na mga isi-share po ng ating mga kaguruan. You nurture not just the intellect, but the heart and spirit of every student, an athlete, an artist, a student with special needs, our LR students. Thus, inclusivity takes place. Through inclusive education, we ensure that no child is left behind. We foster a community where voice is heard, and that every talent is valued, and every dream is nurtured. How do we say we achieve When there is curiosity, there is a call for action. But of course, there is also failure. But that is a stepping stone to improve more, and where learning goes beyond textbooks. Remember, the seeds you plant today may take years to bloom, but their impact will be eternal. Di ba po ang saya pag binabalikan tayo ng mga estudyante natin? Ma'am, engineer na ako. Ma'am, doctor na ako. Ganun po. Ma'am, successful businessman na ako. Mga ganun po. Nakakatuwa po, no? You are not just educators. You are change makers. Let this seminar fuel your passion, sharpen your strategies, and renew your commitment to making difference. And of course, thank you for your dedication, your resilience, and in your unwavering belief in the power of education. Let us all keep inspired, keep empowered, and keep believing in the extraordinary impact you can make. So muli po, magandang umaga sa ating lahat.
Thank you, Dr. Manines. Your words will surely remain in our hearts. A round of applause to our dearest Principal, Dr. Manines. At this juncture, may I call our efficient and supporting Master Teacher 1 of the Science Department.
To our brilliant public schools district supervisor, Dr. Ana Rosa Arabanal. To our very supportive school principal, Dr. Josephine M. Maninas. To our productive department heads, master teachers, and non-teaching personnel, good morning. It is my honor to present to you our guest speaker this morning, Dr. Gilbert S. Arieta, or Beto, to his friends, colleagues, and students, is presently an associate professor in the College of Advanced Studies at the Philippine Normal University, Manila. He is the program advisor of MA and PhD in Educational Leadership and Management and teaching and specialization courses in Educational Leadership and Management. He is a faculty assistant in the Graduate Student Research Office and serves as vice chair of the PNU Research Ethics Board. Aside from teaching, he acts as thesis, dissertation advisor, and serves as chair and panel member in colloquium and oral defense. Before joining PNU, Dr. Arieta was the assistant principal for Students Affairs in the Junior High School Department and interim institutional affairs office head in Don Bosco Technical Institute, Makati City. He served Don Bosco Makati for 32 years. Dr. Betong earned his AB Classical Philosophy degree from San Carlos Seminary, Makati City in 1990 and Certificate of Teaching from University of Makati in 1991. He took his graduate studies in Philippine Normal University, Manila and graduated with a degree in Master of Arts in Education and specialization in Educational Management in 2016 and Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Management in 2019. He has published researches in Scopus and Asian Citation Index International Research Journals and presented research papers in international and local conferences. His research interests include educational leadership, technology integration, curriculum and instruction, and students' affairs. He has been involved in various research projects in PNU, including the analysis of the basic education school year calendar in the Philippines inputs to policy, which was cited in the DepEd Order number 003, series of 2024 implementing guidelines of the school calendar and activities for the school year 2023-2024. Currently, Dr.
Okay, sige. I'm very grateful to be invited as a resource person on a topic that is close to my heart. Which is on instructional leadership. Probably you will think of instructional leadership as a topic that is only for master teachers, for head teachers, for assistant principals, or principals. No. All of us will learn from here. Because one of the most important things that I will cover in my 1.5 hour talk is on classroom observation. This is close to my heart because part of my advocacy is for everyone to understand what is the true meaning of instructional leadership, particularly classroom observation. Diba? So mamaya ipapagitin ko na lang yun. And thank you, Ma'am Lani, for inviting me, and good luck sa inyo next week. And also, I'm very grateful that I met Dr. Josephine, your principal. And definitely, this is an opportunity for me to share my thoughts, my experiences, aside from the theories that I will mention. Right? Ito importante sa araw-araw. The best thing that we can wear every day is our smile. Agree? Yes! Right, but not this much. Kung yung mga candles na ipagdulan ko, inabot yung commercial ng Tata Puti. Diba? So this is the best that we can wear every day. When we step inside the classroom, all eyes of our students are on us. Diba? And they look at us from head to foot. Sa lalaki, mapapansin kung bukas yung zipper mo o hindi. Tingnan na talaga nila. But they will always be reacting based on how you show yourself to them. Yung ngiti nyo, importante yun, di ba? So, huwag tayo magdadapit. First question. Why are you in the teaching profession? You don't need to answer it aloud. Answer it to yourself. Why you? Bakit ako nagtuturo? At bakit sa basic education? And in basic education, you will experience all possible challenges. From the best to the most mischievous student. Tama? Halos every day yan, hawakan mo sila. And the second question, why have I stayed in this profession for so many years? Just a show of hand. Sino-sino po dito ang 20 years of service na sa pagtuturo? Taas ang kamay. Nangunguna na ako. Ako'y 35 years na. 32 years sa Lugboso Makati and 3 years at EMU. At iba ayaw ba? Taas! Higher! Yan! Pagpalaki mo. And you ask yourself, ano ba nila nga talaga 41 years of service. Ini-imagine ko mga 21 pa lang yun, 22 sa tubo lang. Evidence yun? Yeah? And you ask yourself, should I continue? I am in this profession. I am a perpetual learner and I will continue to learn. That's why you have this season. Now, pag-usapan natin ito. Alam mo ba yung itong taon na ito ay isang subject ko sa graduate school na tinuturo namin for 1 semester. I will just cover it in 1.5 hours. I will just provide you the essentials. Bakit ka bumabaka? Para kanino ka bumabaka na araw-araw? Bravo! Personal, bakit? Diba? Iba-iba yung sagot niya. Personal. Kailangan akong gumising. Importante, bumabangon pa. Pag hindi ka na bumangon, ewan ko na lang. But seriously, we wake up every day in a professional sense. because of our students. Whether we like it or not, whether we like it or else, it's a mixture of things. Megus. Pagkagising mo pa lang, nagsisiyan ka pa lang, naiisip mo na yung mga estudyante tuturuan mo ng araw na yun. Mamimili na naman itong mga section, at yung section na to, the best. Diba? Naglantan ka pa lang, nasa gym ka pa lang, naiisip mo na sila. Ano itong turuan dito? And I experienced that for 32 years. Nasa gym ako, mamimili ko na naman, because in one was of my we have technical subjects. Yung mga mechanical, automotive technology, etc. Dapat pag mechanical na, hindi klase ako sa mechanical na ito. Ito ang estilo ng guru. Right? You have to adjust everything. Sorry nililigo ka pa lang eh. Magiging na naman yung umang talong. Nag-iisip na iba? Lift up na tayo. And when we talk about our students, there are three important things that we do as teachers, as master teachers, as head teachers. It is what is it? Curriculum, instruction, and assessment. Okay, mga na, hindi ko gagawin bigatin ng discussion. Yung naiintindihan na natin ang ginagawa natin. Pwede yung Tagalog, di ba? Sige, English na. When we talk about the instructional program of the school, there are three important things that we look into. Number one is curriculum. Right? It is what is taught. That's why you are grouped by subject area. Tama ba? Ito TNE. So may explain dito. Hindi ko talaga kaya yun. Instruction. The how of what is taught. And that includes pedagogy. Correct? And third, assessment. How would I know if my students learn? Nag-iwan ba kayo ng PETA sa estudyante ninyo? Alam niyo naman yung PETA, di ba? Filipino din, General Arts din. Diba na? Performance, task. Tapos may mga mini task. Leading to the major PETA. Alright, so ito yan. Pag sinabi natin instructional program ng school, may tatlong bagay yan. Kaya when the matatag curriculum was introduced, was developed, yan ang unang pinag-uusapan. And you also talk about how are we going to deliver? Going back, nasa po yung papel? Papel. Right. Papel, tapos theory. I cannot imagine during the pandemic how you taught these subjects. Right? And even science, so some science, I think here, the laboratory part, it's not that easy. I did a study on that together with our science teachers in the Boston. How are we going to do it? And how are we going to access online? First, yung curriculum simply means the lessons in academic content taught in a school or in a specific course of program. Let's not make it complicated. Tama? Tinuturo ko I should be specialized in this subject. I should have a good number of years of experiences in teaching this subject. Ito yung what of teaching. Structured set of learning outcomes or tasks that educators usually call goals and objectives. Knowledge curriculum is for successful assessment, evaluation, decision taking, and teaching. Let's admit that there are some teachers who are not teaching the subject wherein they have specialized in. But over the years, you began, when you were able to understand, nabasa mo na yun. Diba? Kasi kasama din, 30 years mo na tinuturo yun, hindi yun, but you learn to love that subject. And in every conference, in every inset, in every training, seminar, tayo pinag-aaralan mo. we talk about the curriculum, even the one that you do, according to Gladford, there are 8 types of curriculum. Hindi ko naman panggitin. Pero yung lesson plan nyo, curriculum yan. And when we talk about our curriculum, una-una natin tinitingnan. Significant ba ito? Valid ba? Totoo ba ito? Authorized ba ito? Magagamit ba ito? Interesting ba? Yung how to make it interesting is a different thing. Matututunan ba ng bata? Ano ba ako sa senior high school? May calculus? Tama? Grade 1, 11? Okay, I know because isa ako sa mga una nagturo sa senior high when it was introduced in 2016. Feasibility, titignan natin. Pwede ba natin i-include ito? Was asking about philosophy. May spend pala kayo dito. Because nandun yung trend as a mainstream din. Kaya ba? We have the facilities, we have the people, even in TLE. For example, in my former school, don't you know that pag ang bata pumasok sa amin ng high school, they are into dual curriculum. The academic and the technical. And by the time they reach third year high school, or grade 9, they specialize in computer technology, drafting, automotive technology, electronics, electrical, mechanical. Ang tanong namin doon, kung mag-offer kayo ng technical curriculum, do you have equipment? Do you have people? Eh, imagine yung mechanical technology, automotive technology, magtatayuan sa shop. But pag boss ko, was the pioneer that time in introducing dual curriculum. So, sample yan. Obviously, we talk about the Manhattan curriculum, but it will take 4 years to fully implement all. Ngayon, may certain bring them sa mga. Hindi kaya sabay-sabay yan. Tulog tayo dyan. Sana naman. Second, so that's curriculum. Second, ano yung instruction? Ito yung actual engagement nandun na sa classroom. How many hours do you spend every day in one section in one subject? 1 hour? 45. Akala nyo, hindi lang yung 45. At ang waste pa rin sa klase nyo. Diba, ang haba nyo. Ito yung actual engagement na of your planned learning activities. Implementation of it. Without a curriculum plan, there will be no effective instruction, and without instruction, curriculum has very little meaning. This is the topic. And how am I going to carry out the discussion in my class? Question. Yung plano nyo ba yung inyong lesson plan na susunod nyo sa lahat ng sections? Hindi. Pag sinagot nyo yes, nakobo. Because each section is different. For example, your set induction, your energizer, or your jumpstart activity, the class in this particular class is telling this particular story. Putik, hindi nag-work doon sa kabila. Kasi ganito sila. Di ba? Baka kailangan doon, high energy na. O ibang example na gagawin dito. So eventually, after 1 hour, you get to find out, hey, I need to do this in this particular session. Mag-iiba-iba ka. And you have to plan. In fact, Anita, I mentioned that when you plan, part of your plan is, how am I going to execute it? Will it be direct instruction? Will I be doing resolution of conflict? Will it be a group work or what? Minsan na you may bear activity, you say some section. oras, di ba? Yung mas isang section, 15 minutes, tapos ka na. Naranasan yun? Ano naman yung na rin yung agad? Diba? May gagawin. You have to put those things in your lives. Ang instruction, pinaplano. Hindi pwedeng hindi na paplano. Pag lalabas na kayo, mag-outing kayo, mag-Starbucks kayo, hindi namin pwedeng walang plano. Tara, Starbucks tayo. Pero dito hindi. Because your students will know if you are prepared or not. Lalo na po tayo. Sa junior high school tayo, senior high school. Ako po, ang 32 years of experience ko, junior high school and senior high school. Kaya sabi ko, kasi wavelength kami dito. Next, curriculum determines what assessment should be done and how to do it. It establishes what to accomplish. Assessment determines how to determine if the curriculum has been achieved. I-assess natin meron kayong periodical exam, may quizzes kayo, may meta kayo, etc. And usually, we say, are these formative assessments? 5 pumagsak, 30 pumagsak. I-record mo? Ano mo sa sarili mo? Noong araw, noong panahon namin, hindi ko naman pwedeng natin kasi inyo bata pa dito. Pag marami bumapagsak, magaling yung teacher. Di ba? Dami binagsak nito. Magaling ito, hirap ang ulo nito. Ngayon hindi, bakit? And I experienced that with my daughter when she was in high school. Okay, kwento ko na lang. Because that time, I also wanted to share my thoughts to the teacher. Hindi alam ng teacher nila. Because I am not a grade conscious parent. My daughter is not a grade conscious student. And third quarter, hindi ko nasasabihin kung saan school siya nag-aaral, pero private school. Meron baka mamaya sabihin ko na lang. And then, taka lang ako. Sabi niya, kailangan pakita yung class level. Hindi mo kailangan pakita yung class level. Second, nalaman niya, narinig niya yung word na intervention. Diba ganon? Bakit kaya ba? Ang gagawin ko para mas matutos ko? So, gumagawa tayo ng assessment. Yung pandemic, ang hirap gumawa ng assessment. Diba? Ang review online. So, ayan. Lalo sa PE, may video, sayaw, dribble. Diba? Papadala sa teacher. I-grade. Ulan na lang, ipagulang yung mag-dribble. Sa technical, it's a bit challenging, but we focus on the first field, yung sa mga theories mo. Alright. Moving on. It's important that the curriculum content and objectives should match with instruction where learning experiences are provided. Ako nga ba ito? Tama ba ito? Ako, I'm trying to imagine myself teaching in the elementary. Hindi ko kaya. Hindi ako pang-elementary. Matutulog ako dun. Kasi lahat ng pedagogy ko, pang high school, high school, senior high school. So instruction and assessment, it refers to various ways of teaching styles, approaches, techniques, and steps in delivering the curriculum. Complex activity ito that requires teachers to use a variety of action to accomplish a variety of functions. Mag-iisip ka talaga bilang isang teacher. Paano mo i-assess mo? Ano yung pagagawa mo dito? Yan, di ba? May performance task. Pag-isipan natin yun. Ginagawa natin. There are several factors on how instruction will be done. Number one, lagi namin isipin yung estudyante natin. Anong level sila? Anong kakayahan nila? Bago ba sila nag-grade 8, nag-grade 9 dito, may idea na kayo. Let's say ganun level. May idea na kayo kung anong klaseng match ito. Pag-uusapan nyo yun. Kami kasi papasok yung grade, diba, papasok yung grade 8. Lahat ng grade 8 teachers magiging kasama yung grade 7. Pag-uusapan, pwede ganito to. Ito yung mga estudyante. May kasi ng klase, nako, ito yung mga mahuhulo. Ito yung mga mababae. So, ganyan. Ito yung klase ng batch na yan. O, nag-bring up ko yung picture ko sa FB. Di ba dito yan? So, the center and the one who receives instruction, yung estudyante. So, They will be the one to put action on the objectives and learn the content. All factors of instruction will be greatly influenced by the learners. Learners of the object of instruction or the subject of instruction. Second, huwag natin nakalimutan tayo. Oftentimes referred to as instructors because they give instruction. The teacher is a very important factor because skill, abilities, and personal qualities of the teachers greatly affect instruction. Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, nakangiti tayo kung magkaklase. Pero, huwag natin nakalimutan yung classroom management. Importante. At tayo dapat, pag nag-interview tayo ng plan, alam natin kung paano natin ito. Of course, if you teach, if there are, let's say, 3 teachers or teachers teaching in one level, yung subject na yun, ay pare-pareho kayo ng content, magkakaiba kayo ng isa. Tama? Eh, ganit talaga yun eh. Third, learning environment. Parang dito ito. Yung pang-isila, di ba? Pagpasok mo yung tanong yun. Importante yung skalahan eh. Diba? Malinis, maayos, may gamit. Kaaya-aya ka pag pumasok. Challenge sa mga public schools. Diba kayo sharing with Ma'am Josephine a while ago that I presented our research on the opening of school year. Pinundak namin ito sa mga public schools across the country. Around 1,000, more than 1,000 answers survey. Isa sa mga reasons kung bakit gusto nila ng June na opening. Kayo ba, gusto nila June or August? June. June. Bakit kayo? Sabi nila, hindi, pag-June kasi, kaya kailangan natin ng August. Alam niyo, next week kasi, bago tayo, nag-pwesa tayo mag-opening ng classes ng September, October. If I remember it correctly, yung school year 2020-2021, October tayo nag-open, public school. So, lagi din summer. Pero hindi natin nandang kasi online. Now, pumasok na yung school year 2022-2023. Masaya na tayo, pero hindi natin maibalik ng June na agad. Kasi may bakasyon tayo eh. Ano ito? Tapos sa school year, pasok na agad. Okay, so, finally, you experience teaching during the summer months. Prior to that, kami sa Del Bosco, nag-class na kami ng summer. But we planned it kasi ito naman yung classrooms. Pag pumasok ang bata ng summer months, hindi sila naka-uniform. Yung PE-uniform ang magagamit namin. Alright? So, naranasan natin, uy, ang init! Ayaw natin na pag-klase, natatamaan ng summer months. Kaya next year, kaya nasimula natin, July. Oh. Why? Because our classrooms, number one, our classrooms are not fit for the summer months. May aircon ba classrooms nyo na? Aircon makina. Aircon na. Diba? So, pag magtuturo ka, importante, alam mo yung learning environment mo. So, balikan ko yun. Same sa reason, yung mainit, pangalawa, marami ka kasakit. Nakahidog kayo, di ba? Inahidog kayo yung estudyante mo, init pa. Yeah. So, the learning environment is important to consider this in instruction. Subject matter. Ito yung content of the instruction. Subject matter should be mastered by the teacher who teaches the learners to learn. Over the years, matututunan mo yan, mamememorize mo na. But you do not teach the content in the way you taught it 20 years ago. Di ba? Ginagamit ko yellow pad. Kung 20 years ago, ginagamit ko klase ako sa mga puro. Hoy, kailangan mo maging apelido. Sino nakaranas ito na tuturo gumagamit ng Manila paper? Manila paper, dinitingin sa board. Oo, di ba? Tuturo ka. Ngayon, social ka na. PowerPoint. Blackboard, whiteboard. Whiteboard! Oh my God! Dati, nag-class ng 3 oras sa hapon. Chok! instruction. How does the teacher teach and how far the students learn is learning by the methods, strategies, styles, and approaches to teach. Teachers, when we enter the classroom, we are prepared, we bring our personality there. Tayo yun, di ba? Dala mo ba yung nanay mo doon? Hindi. Dala mo yung sarili mo. Kaya titignan ka talaga ng mga estudyante. Pero obviously, measurement. So, there are performance tasks, there are ilan ba dapat ang kailangan? Ilang pieces ba? Hindi ba gano'n? May periodical exam ba sa PE? O demonstration? Written? Meron ba? Depende rin kasi kung paano i-access. If I'm not mistaken in the past, nagagaling pa ba sa division office yung exam? Periodical exam. Dati, nung araw, oo. Alam ng mga kailangan ko yun. Assessment will provide the teachers or curriculum maker the value of the work. It will also tell the general public the value of the kind of product that resulted from a prerequisite process with this instruction. Assessment gives a quantitative measure of instruction. But before you give any assessment over the months or weeks that you got, sana kilala mo yung paano sila kayo. Nakot yung section na ito parang may pagkailangan. So, more or less, pag nakilala niyo sila, pag nag-exam kayo, alam mo na gano'n na resulta. Natatansya mo. Kamusta kayo? Nandiyan ba kayo? Okay tayo? Hi! Hello! Gusto ko nagising. Mamaya na kayo kung hapon na tulog. Nakatayo na nagising. Importante din sa classroom, yung classroom management. Sabi natin, kung araw magpagin na yung klase mo, sasabihin, ako, pantakot teacher ako. Gawag maingay, nagbago na may constructive voice, nagkakasistan, hindi discussion. Itigil talaga yung principal o senior.
Us become responsible instructional leaders. This support can come in various forms, such as providing access to professional development opportunities, coaching, and mentoring, managing resources, and the principal adapting the role of instructional resource. When teachers feel supported in their work, it positively impacts student learning. Thank you so much, Dr. Gilbert S. Arieta, for sharing your expertise in instructional leadership with us this lovely Thursday morning. Again, let's give him a round of applause. At this juncture, we will have our open forum. If you have questions or need clarification, you may raise your hand and I'll approach you. Kung wala naman po. Alright. To award the certificate of recognition to the guest speaker, may we request please come up to the stage our dynamic and respectable school head, Dr. Josephine M. Martinez, as well as our assistant principal, Sir Noble. Also, our dedicated, competent head teachers of each department and OIC to help and assist our dearest principal. Alright, allow me to read the certificate. Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, National Capital Region, Schools Division Office of Quezon City, Ramon Magsaysay High School. This certificate of recognition is awarded to Dr. Gilbert S. Arieta for sharing his time and expertise as a resource speaker on the topic instructional leadership during the in-service training for teachers. With the theme, empowering educators, inclusive and holistic strategies for high-impact learning on November 28 to 29, 2024. Given this 20th day of November 2024 at Ramon Magsaysay High School, Irving Garcia Street, corner EDSA, Quezon City. Signed, Dr. Josephine M. Martinez, Principal 4. A round of applause, please. Our head teacher, and OIC for the photo op.
Ay, salamat.